Did I just find the key ingredients to my guitar tone? Let's find out. Hey everybody. Over the last year or so, after getting back into music, I've been on quite the quest searching for my tone, for the best guitar tone that I could get that would match my style and give me the best performance, best results. Anyway, I recently purchased an amp, and I'm going to be doing a review probably on that amp in the next couple of weeks after I've got a little bit more time with it, and that's the Mesa Boogie Triple Crown TC50 it's called. I'll be doing something with that, but in the meantime, I did a live stream just a few days ago, and it was primarily an unboxing of some new pedals that I got, which were just, I was getting rid of some older pedals that I wasn't using, and I wanted to see what else was out there and see if I could find something to help me with my tone and maybe enhance things and improve things even more. So I did an unboxing on that live stream and showed you a few different pedals. So what I want to do today is just not really do a review on those pedals, but I wanted to kind of show you the three most important pedals as far as where I've gotten to so far. And what I'll do is I'll show you what those pedals are, and I will show you what they do in my sound as far as having them in my pedal board, or on my pedal board I should say, and then I'll turn them on and off so that you can get a sense of what they're actually doing to the overall tone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you the three pedals that I feel are the most important in my signal chain, and maybe that would be beneficial to you as well. Maybe you can look at these pedals if you're interested in still searching for the best tone, searching for tools that you can add to your setup that might help you achieve that. So the first pedal that, and I didn't get this one the other day, but I've had this on my board for the last good 6 to 7 months anyway, and I've used it's always on my board. I really love it. So this is the Keeley, I don't know if you can see it here, the Keeley compressor, a sustain knob, a level knob, blend and tone. It's got a little switch here in the center that you can go from single coil to humbucker on it as well. It's been a great addition to my setup. So that's pedal number one that I would probably not live without if I had a choice. So let's put that one here. The second pedal I got was this equalizer pedal, and the way I use this pedal is primarily I go through the loop, the effects loop on the amp. As you can see, it's kind of set up in the way that I like it, as far as, and I can change that depending on the type of music or little tweaks that I want to do, but primarily I like to scoop a little bit out of the mids and boost a few of the other frequencies, and this makes a huge difference to the tone of that amp. It's almost like once you've had this on, you can't unhear it type of thing. You go back to the regular sound of the amp without this addition, and it's not the same. Once you see the demo of the different sounds with the pedals on and off, you'll see what I mean with this. So anyway, this is the Boss GE7 equalizer pedal. It's a great pedal. It's been around for ages. I remember as a kid I had this same pedal. So it's just the concept of putting an EQ into your effects loop to kind of sculpt your tone even further than what the amp can actually do. So that's the EQ. And the next one is this EP booster. It's kind of weird to see with this light here because it reflects a little bit. But anyway, it's a booster pedal, but more than that. It's got only one knob and you adjust it to the level you want, but you'll see once we listen to the actual demo and some of the sound sources what this does. But it's proven to be quite the workhorse, and I'm surprised that I haven't gotten it, before now. And I've read some reviews and looked at some other videos, but I never really got the concept and felt, do I really need it or whatever. but man, what a difference. And it's always on as well. So all these 3 pedals here that I've shown you are pretty much always on as far as when I'm playing, whether it's clean or distorted. And I've gotten rid of my distortion pedals because I like the distortion that's in the amp, and that distortion gets amplified even more and sculpted with the tools here, with the EQ and this pedal specifically as well. So we've got the three pedals. So what we'll do is we'll have a listen to some of these, and I will turn on and off, and so you'll see a different sound. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to plug an SM57 and use my cab that I have back there. It's a 212 Mesa Boogie cab, and I'm going to just run. You'll be hearing exactly what the cab sounds in here in this room through that SM57 microphone. And that's going to go through my audio interface, which is a Focusrite, right into the system, so right through the video. So it'll give you a good sense of what it's actually doing to the tone, and how drastic of an effect it actually is having to the overall tone. So without any further delay, let's get to it. Okay, so I guess you can all hear me here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just start off with the amp completely just its own sound. I'm going to go on the clean channel here, and you should be, what I'll do is I'll mute my mic so that we're not getting a bunch of feedback and other things happening with the sound. So you're just getting the sound of this cabinet being mic'd, this amp cabinet, and then through the pedals. And I'll show you what the pedals look like. I'll switch back and forth so you can see what that's all about. I haven't got the pedal board all secured or anything, so I just kind of place my pedals kind of where I think I'm going to put them. So you'll see how that goes. If you look at our pedal board right now, you'll see that the bottom row, so the wall and then the compressor, the EP booster, and the MXR are all going through the front of the amp. The equalizer and the MXR carbon delay are going through the effects loop. So that's the way I'm running it right now. And so let me do this. I always run the compressor. I can show you what that's going to do. Let me just turn those off. So right now you should be just hearing. So that's just clean. I can. So let me mute the mic, my mic, and what you'll hear is you'll just hear the clean sound without any type of effect, anything going on, just basically clean right from the amp. And then I'll put on the compressor, I'll put on the EQ, and then I'll put on the booster so you get a sense of what that's about. And you'll see me do that, and you'll be able to get a sense of how it's affecting the sound. All right, so here we go. And let me just turn off the mic. All right, so you saw right there basically clean channel without anything on as far as the pedals, and then going one by one, turning them on and off, and you get a sense of how that affected it. It affects the tone quite drastically. So going from that big difference. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch to the clean channel. Does have a kind of a drive setting on it, so let me click onto that. So let me turn off the EP. I'm always going to keep the compressor on because I always leave it on anyway, so just so that you get a sense. Let me turn that on. So this is more of a, I guess, a classic rock type of drive on the clean channel here. So without the EQ and the EP booster, that's gonna, I'll just play a few little things and turn those on. You'll see me turn them on and you'll hear the difference in sound. So let me turn off my my mic here. All right, so I don't know what I'm hearing here. I'll get it. Okay, cool. All right, so that was our clean channel. Let me go to the second channel on this amp. It's a gain channel. There's two gain channels. There's a high gain and kind of a mid gain. So let me go to the mid. So I'll turn off the EQ right here. So now this is, again, starting just what my settings are on the amp, the way it is, without any of the boost or the EQ pedal pushed in. So here we go. I'm going to mute my mic. So big difference there again, as you can see. I love it. I love that sound. Okay, so now let's go to the high gain channel. This is the highest gain on this, and my gain again on my settings right now, I'm set maybe 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, not even halfway. And this thing is super gainy on this channel. So let me show you what that does. Here we go. So as you can see, super gainy, super heavy. Without any of those pedals, it just sounds. And I could probably change a few settings on the amp and, you know, crank it up even more and get it sounding pretty good without this. But with these pedals, it drastically changes and helps the tone out quite a bit. So if I hit the EQ from this with the boost, so if you wanted to use this for like some Alice in Chains or something, you know, like that, you could do that. So you, for example, there you go. So you get the idea. Super chunky. So that's where that goes. So let me put this away and I'll come back and we'll finish off the video. All right. As you can see with that short demo, quite a difference. And for me, it's the feel of the amp and the feel of the speakers to my playing and the way that I attack strings and, you know, the dynamics of it. Then you can really feel that in the room here. I know that the sound coming through on the SM57 and stuff it's a good representation of there is a change there and this is how it sounds, but actually feeling it is something else as well. So if you're looking for other tools to maybe, you know, use in your current setup, if you've got an amp, a tube amp or something that you really want to, you know, experiment with and see if you can get even better, you know, tones with, I would highly suggest at least this pedal, if nothing else. And if you can, add this guy to it, and it makes a huge difference. The compressor, to me, it does, for me, make a huge difference. For you, depending on the type of stuff you play and the type of player you are, might be different. But I find that for compressors, this Keeley compressor seems to be the ticket for me anyway, for the ones that I've tried and used. And this is a very, very popular one among a lot of players out there. So if I had to say, you've got a good amp, you've got a good distortion you like in your amp, you just want to tweak it a little bit more and get more out of it, those would be the three pedals that I would definitely look at trying out and seeing, hey, it might work for you, it might not. So again, this wasn't an actual review of each pedal or talk about all the settings and so forth. It was just a quick overview of what I've done in the tools that I have so far to use, and so be it what it is. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you like it, give me a like. It's all good. Remember, check out all the other cool videos that are out there online with our guitar community. We've got some great people making some great content out there. So thank you very much for your time. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you got something out of it. I'm always willing to help, and I can answer any questions. If you have questions, leave them in the comments, and I'm more than willing to reply to you as soon as I can. All right. So take care, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.